Hey guys, Zeke the Geek, and I am back once again on Pokemon Showdown, where I'm going to be showing you guys some live replays. And basically, I've got a ton of replays from both my Salamence and Venusaur team, because right now those are the two best teams, in my opinion, that I'm sort of testing out to see which one I like the most, because Seattle Regionals is coming up soon, and I have to decide which team I want to use. So I'm still deciding between those two, and I'm going to be showing 3 Salamence replays today, and then tomorrow we'll have a few more. I'm just gonna go 3 a day basically, and that's just what's gonna be for this week basically, because we didn't do the Tyranitar team in the end because it wasn't that great and it really lowered my ranking. So I think it was 2 nights ago I just started or no, last night I just started laddering a bunch with this Mega Salamence and Mega Venusaur team, and I got back up to where we were before the Sand team kind of ruined our score. And so I did save many of those replays. There were a few matches that were bad just because people either left mid-match, or I just yeah, that was pretty much the ones that I didn't save. I saved all of the losses, all the wins, so we're just going in order. So as the replays progress, then they should start to be against better and better opponents. But anyways, obviously you can see my team is right here down in the bottom corner, and here's my opponent's team. So he leads off with the Gardevoir Volcarona. I'm really liking this because Excadrill destroys both my opponents. Now he does go for the Rage Powder, which is great because I was like, oh, I'm just going for Rock Slide anyways. But obviously he's a Rage Powder set, meaning he's bulky, and then he disables my Excadrill. So that's a bit of a problem. Plus Freeze Dry rarely does anything to Volcarona, so going for a Hydro Pump there would have been better. I really don't know why I didn't, and I'm going to slow this down even more. So I just go into my Salamence. Obviously Excadrill can't use anything because I got disabled and I'm Choice Scarf. He Mega Evolves and goes for the Calm Mind this turn. Now going into Salamence was a huge risk, but I was okay with it, and he ends up actually going for the Tailwind, and then I go for a Freeze Dry and get the Freeze. Now at this point I still don't know why I haven't gone for that Volcarona with a Hydro Pump, but whatever. Getting that Freeze was very useful because under Tailwind I probably would have been screwed. Now yeah, Hacks got my favor there, so I said, oh, I'm just gonna go for a D-Dance and another Freeze Dry, and the crit, I don't think it mattered. A High Roll would have killed Volcarona anyways, so Volcarona goes down, that annoying bulky Volcarona. Now Gastrodon comes in, and this is great because Lapras Freeze Dry is ×4 effective against Gastrodon, so I don't even care. But the scary thing is obviously return KOing out after 1 D-Dance. I'm just really good. Now I could have gone for another D-Dance if I wanted to be greedy there, but I didn't. Now Gastrodon outsped my Lapras, which is really crazy, but because it wasn't stab or anything, of course it didn't do much. Now he does live that Freeze Dry, which is also kind of insane. Gastrodon there showing that it's fast and bulky. It's not as scary, but I decided, okay, I'm just going to go for a Protect because he's probably going to Ice Beam me again. But he actually goes for the Sludge Bomb onto Lapras, and I was like, whoa, he predicted that, and the Earth Power, whatever. Lapras is so bulky, I don't even care. So Freeze Dry is just going to go ahead and take Gastrodon out there. And at this point, Salamence easily can KO this Nidoking or even Lapras. They both hit it very hard. Tailwind also peters out, so we're pretty much guaranteed the win. And my opponent ends up just forfeiting, so we end up getting the 4-0 there. Just bulky Salamence, bulky Lapras, just showing how good they are. I didn't even have Clefairy next to these two, and it was still living. So that's that replay, just really showing that the bulk of this team can really allow it to do well. Of course, that Freeze Hacks at the beginning did put me in a great position, but hey, that's Pokemon for you. Now, I do lead with my Gengar, which is really nice because he leads with his Cresselia. So Shadow Ball does 50% exactly, as he goes for an Aura Sphere. And I thank God he went for that Aura Sphere because that activates my weakness policy. Psychic doesn't even take out my Gengar, and I get a free Hydro Pump that just knocks him off, and I'm weakness policy boosted. So at the point I'm at, I'm really liking it. And I go for Freeze Dry here, do 50%, and I'm just going to go down to a Dazzling Gleam. Nothing I can really do about that. But he goes for the Moonlight, which is why I probably should have gone for the Shadow Ball this turn. But it's okay, because I go ahead, Iron Head, take out his whatever the thing is called, and Shadow Ball does a ton, because obviously his special defense was lower. He goes for his Ice Beam, gets a crit. I don't know why people like Ice Beaming Excadrill, because it never does much. But okay, so I go ahead, Iron Head, Sylveon. I know Shadow Ball is going to take out this crazy Leah. Even without the special defense drop, it would have gone down. and then I Iron Head also to finish up the game. Ooh, commentating really fast on that one. I forgot to slow it down. But as you can see there, just Excadrill really showing a Choice Scarf. Excadrill is a lot of fun, very good. I like it. If you're too bored, okay, let me try to rephrase this. If you're really bored of Lando T, seeing it, going against it, using it, just everything about it, then try Excadrill because it's a lot of fun, and it acts similar to Lando T, but also very different at the same time. Also, it doesn't have the ice weakness, but it does have a few other weaknesses, which is a bit annoying, but it's still very good. Also, Gengar showing that after it was brought down to Sash, it just was preserved really well and stayed in there the whole time. So we got a 3-0 there, which is very nice. Now this one is a lot closer, so I'm going to slow this replay down just to show you guys. So I'm on the far side this time, as you can see my team. So my opponent leads with Kangaskhan. Obviously Kangaskhan is a huge threat in VGC, and he is the most commonly used Mega, and pretty much the most commonly used Pokemon, although I think Lando T is actually more commonly used now than Kangaskhan, which is pretty interesting. Or at least it was in the international tournament, that's what I remembered. So I decided I'm just going to protect Blaziken because I do think he's going to fake out. But then he shows an amazing prediction. And now I don't mind this because it instantly tells me what kind of predictions is he willing to make. So attacking with Blaziken would have been huge there, or at least going for a Swords Dance. But okay, whatever, that's fine. I get my speed boost, so I'm okay with this because I can always just low kick Kangaskhan this turn. But he does switch it out, which is a great play. But because of the prediction he made earlier, I'm thinking, okay, I know what kind of predictions this guy's willing to make. So I go ahead and protect Lapras just so Thundurus doesn't take out my Lapras, because that would not be good. And I decide I'm going to go for a Swords Dance because I'm predicting he's going to switch, and anything he switches into next turn after Swords Dance will really hurt it. So I basically just get a free Swords Dance that turn. I'm already at +2 speed, +1 attack because of the Intimidate. But I go for the Ice Shard on Lando T, and that's just to chip it down to a point where Blaze Kick can kill it. I mean, Low Kick, sorry, not Blaze Kick. And that's really nice because there goes Lando T. It wasn't even able to do anything. And he does T-Bolt Blaziken because obviously it's a huge threat on the field, but Blaziken has enough natural bulk to easily eat up neutral hits, so that's fine. He goes into Sylveon here, which is a bit of a problem because neither of my Pokemon hit it super effectively, but I decide, okay, I'm just going to protect Blaziken. Lapras is probably going to go down here, so I'm just going to use Ice Shard to do some chip damage, and then next turn I'll be able to send in another Pokemon that will be able to deal with this Sylveon. And at this point, Blaziken's at +3 speed, so obviously it's the fastest thing on the field, and it's still at +1 attack, which is also really nice. Now, Sylveon does use Hyper Voice, so okay, it's probably either a Specs or Life Orb Hyper Voice spamming Sylveon, but I go ahead and send in Excadrill. Now, he does switch out the Sylveon because Iron Head would have one-shot it anyways, but I don't care because I know Kangaskhan won't appreciate an Iron Head, plus Blaze Kick from a Blaziken at +1 easily takes out Thundurus, which is why Swords Dance Blaziken's a lot of fun. If you do it right, it really destroys. I get an Iron Head, a crit there, very nice, because that means another Iron Head will be able to take him out. Sorry. But now the problem is he can always fake out Excadrill here, so I decide, okay, I'm going to switch Excadrill out because Excadrill is my win condition, really. I don't even need my Salamence, so I decide, okay, I'm going to switch in Salamence, just get that Intimidate, which is very nice, and protect Blaziken. Now he does do the very smart play here, and just goes for a low kick, because that would have either taken out Excadrill, and Sylveon also Hyper Voices, so that takes out Salamence, obviously, but Salamence was just death fodder there, because now I can switch back into Excadrill, and at that point, that is the game. But now you might be thinking, wait, you can one-shot that Sylveon, but Kangaskhan still's got Sucker Punch, which is a huge threat, but it means he has to use it this turn on Blaziken, so that's going to take Blaziken out easily this turn. There's nothing I can really do about that, but Excadrill easily takes out Sylveon with an Iron Head, so that's nice. Okay, there goes down the Sylveon, and now this next turn another Sucker Punch will not KO me, especially because he's at -1 attack, and he can't even low kick because obviously he is slower than me. So we do pick up the KO there. Now, some people might be saying, well, that crit earlier did matter, kind of, didn't it? But not really, because what I could have done is instead of letting Blaziken go down to a Sucker Punch there, I could have Swords Danced again or protected or something just so Sucker Punch fails, and then obviously Sylveon goes down. So now it's Excadrill and Blaziken versus a Kangaskhan, so he has to target one. Obviously, he's going to take down the Blaziken with Sucker Punch that turn. Okay, Blaziken goes down because I would have low kicked. Now I've got Excadrill, who Iron Heads on that turn. So Kangaskhan is back down to this situation again. But I got a crit, so I didn't even have to do all that mumbo jumbo. That would have lasted a bit longer. But see, that crit didn't really matter. That's what I'm trying to explain in the end. But other than that, please leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed, and also tell me down in the comments section below how good do you think this Salamence team is, because honestly it is very good. I've been doing very well with it. And also, do you guys like these live commentaries over these replays, because I'm going to be doing that for this week, and I might even do it for the next week if you guys like it enough, just because I don't really want to make another team, because I'm really busy, so replays are a lot easier for me, as well as I just need to practice with these two teams, and I want to figure out which one I even want to use. So, other than that, I'm going to get about. Please subscribe because I'll continue to post daily, and goodbye.